Oh, I see we got Squid in here. Welcome, welcome. Why is that? Huh, that was weird. Had something up there that was saying something that I didn't put in. But I think it was something of the they build these scenes that are kind of automatic, and I really don't have much to do with them. I am going to send, or I'm now gonna take all this stuff and put it in the group. So you guys will have to sit here for a minute. I was running a little bit late leaving the office, so wanted to get on because I know people were worried. They're like, "You said 8 o'clock," so I want to get on as soon as possible. So you guys get to sit here while I do some of this production stuff. There is share to that group. And you guys know you guys can always share this to different groups and stuff. I stream out on YouTube, Facebook, and X. And you can always share this wherever you need to. You don't have to worry about asking me. Oh, you got a notification. Good. We're getting notifications. Rochelle, Texas, or Rochester, Texas. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Rochester, Texas. I'll have to look at where that's at. I do have a video of me putting all the thumbtacks in. It just hasn't gone out yet. It's because we've had so much content here recently, and you guys don't need 5 videos from me in a day. I try to keep it up good with YouTube's algorithm. Try to get something new most days. It's rare. Well, I shouldn't say it's rare. Sometimes if I'm like on vacation or something, I'll go several days without posting, but I do try at least every other day. I've been doing a really good job of getting something out once a day. So see, we got Eric in here. Look at Tressa, Sally Etheridge. Looks like everybody's on YouTube. That's how I always get the comments from YouTube. Occasionally I'll get one from Facebook. Rarely do I get one from X, which, that reminds me, I've got to make sure this goes to a couple of my groups on X because people, they're like, I don't get notifications. And I want to get notifications out there. The X account is slowly growing. I'm very happy about that. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we got the X account growing. If you guys ever need a retweet from me, just reach out. I'll happily do it. It costs nothing and it breaks the algorithm. And that's what that's what they don't understand about X is, retweets are where it's at. It's not likes. Comments can help, but they can be suppressed. Likes are absolutely suppressed. Retweets, never, ever suppressed. And the only thing I shouldn't say the only thing. One of the things I really don't like about X is the, the following, or not following tab, but the For You tab. It doesn't give, it doesn't give like options to get rid of that. So I'm just closing some stuff up here. Oh, I do have to there's a reason I've got my little process that I've got to go through. I see we got TC in here who's going to be a smart guy. I was messing with him on his live the other night. But yeah, you gotta look at some of these things that they have and how they operate them, because they will absolutely just say, oh yeah, we're not going to put your stuff in front of people, and it's BS. But the For You tab, I hate. I wish I could get rid of it. I only most time I only want to be on the people I'm following. That's what I want to see. I've told Twitter that's what I want to see. The For You is what Twitter thinks you should see. I've got a problem with that. I also do a lot of lists. If anyone wants to know what lists I follow, I've got one for news and information. I've got one for military stuff. So yeah, I follow these lists, and the lists are good. They help me organize things. Like if I'm like, no, I want to hear about stuff like this, I'll go to this list or I'll go to this one. Like I've got a legal list. I see we got the Will Burnens in here. We got Aaron Larman in here. We did not get. I'm in California. We did not get rain where I am today. No rain. Okay, let me pull this up. And then we can go through this federal motion. I'll just get going because I know we got guests who want to come on the show, but I told them I'm going to get through this first because this is going to be this is a lot of pages. So what this is you had the motions right up here for summary judgment, okay, and this is a memorandum in opposition to dismiss or motion to dismiss or for summary judgment. So this is a counter to that. Okay, to the person who just messaged me on, if you just DM me, I need the @name. I can't use. I need the exact @name if I'm gonna do that. So right here we have memorandum in opposition that was filed. Now here we have her legal name and John Cook's legal name. So defendant's motion should be rejected as defendant's arguments are meritless. Argument: the motion fails on the merits. Now remember, this is the federal case. So this is the federal case. This is not Levy County. This is none of that. This is the federal one, and this one's going to take a long time. Federal court, every time they do a motion, they have to give a lot. You got to think. Oh, we got Minnesota Black Robe Regiment gifted. You gifted one membership. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looked like you got gifted one. And it looks like Joanna Stratton got it. Congratulations, Joanna. You can now get 5% off of Veteran Nation Foundation. So there you guys go. If you join a membership, you will get 5% off. You'll get a code, and you can then buy stuff off Veteran Nation Foundation for a little bit cheaper because you're already supporting us, and we appreciate it. Rule 8A2 of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure provide that a complainant need only contain a short and plain statement of the claim showing that the pleader is entitled to relief in order to give the defendant fair notice of what the claim is and grounds upon which it rests. Generally, to survive Rule 12, motion to dismiss, and meet the requirements of Rule 8, a complainant does not need detailed factual allegations, but the allegations must be enough to raise a right to relief above speculative level. So you have to be able to say, no, this was absolutely happened. I see Andrea Smilin is here from Ohio. What part of Ohio? Originally, I'm from Toledo. All my family now lives around Columbus. Like I got people all around Columbus now. When I was a kid, we used to love going to Columbus, but we didn't know anyone there. Now everyone moved there. Where's Angry Vet? I want to thank him for my member gift from last night. He might be jumping in here. He was live the other night. I did watch his live. Okay, generally to survive. Okay, above the speculative level. When deciding that Rule 12 motion to dismiss, a district court must accept a plaintiff's well-pleaded factual allegations as true and must view the allegations in a complainant in the light most favorable to the plaintiff. So you have to kind of Cleveland area, very nice. Yeah, you. And then we've got TC. Oh, you Ohio people. Ugh. Trust me, Minnesota people are way more annoying with your oofdas and your, oh, you betcha. So yeah, they have to take it in the light most favorable. Now that's why I didn't get wrapped around the axle about Bruce's motions for summary judgment and motions to dismiss. He has to do those. This is kind of like the process. You have to first say, hey, we need to dismiss this, and then the other side says, no, we are going to go forward with this. You're also going to see during this thing objections. Some of those objections are not going to be really well argued, I guess I'll say, because what they're trying to do, Squid saying, I say oofta and I live in Georgia. That's because she's from Wisconsin. Don't let her fool you, folks. Yeah, these objections are primarily so that they become a part of the record. Same thing with a lot of these motions. If they didn't make these motions, then later on, if there's other mistakes, there's no basis. Okay, so you need that, and if there's ever an appeal, all these things are a part of the record. So if you find out that something was not done right, then for your client, you can say, oh no, we put a motion, da da da. That's why these things are where they are. Does he need a fresh shipment of yellow crayons? Defendants assert that all 4 counts of the complaint are compulsory and fail to state claims upon which relief can be granted. It is well established that courts must consider the complaint in its entirety, as well as other sources courts ordinarily examine when ruling on Rule 12, motion to dismiss. When reviewing a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim, courts should read the complaint in its entirety. I'm going to keep doing that, and I apologize, folks. It's a habit. Was there? I did want to look real quick. Was there a footnote on this one? No, there was not. Okay. Okay. I'm sure you folks have heard it said that in a video, the gold is always in the comments. Well, in legal proceedings, the gold is always in the footnotes. Always. So, ATC, Squid is the one that I want to bring on the show, on our structured show. Want to bring her on. She's a Navy veteran. Defendants provide no legal support for the proposition that only certain paragraphs should be pulled out of the complaint and examined independently. The court must consider the complaint as a whole. Consideration of the complaint as a whole demonstrates that it meets the requirements established under federal rules. The allegations: count 1, Civil Remedies for Criminal Practices Act. Count 4, Civil Remedies for Criminal Practices Act, Cook. So 1 for Preston, 1 for Cook. Florida Rico statutes and the accompanying Florida Civil Remedies for Criminal Practices Act impose civil liability on persons who conduct or participate in an enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, also known as Rico statutes. We need to change the name from Skipper to Squirrel. No, Squirrel will be on later on. We've got Secret Squirrel. He's going to be on. In order to assert a claim, the plaintiff must establish Rico enterprise, a pattern of racketeering activity. Florida statute sets forth a civil cause of action under the Florida Rico Act. And there's the footnote. Now we're going to go down here. Remember, I told you the gold is in the footnotes. Defendant's motion makes the mistake of arguing the complainant fails to state a claim under Florida statute. Part of Chapter 755, the Florida Criminal Code, defendants should have known this complaint does not charge Preston or Cook with any crimes. They're citing a criminal Bruce is citing a criminal statute. This is not a criminal case. This is a civil case. I'm sorry, I've got people messaging me and sending me. Okay. So very quickly, I'm going to do something here real quick. Real quick. Won't take us long. Oh, thank you for the $2, Yoda FD20. Thank you so much. I'm looking here. I got to bounce something off the comments here because someone pointed something out to me. It's let me see here. That name is not coming up. Just FYI. So I was looking up a name, and it's not coming up to the user that sent me that. Oh, I do something they did. I am going to show this, though. Okay, is it? Why does it do that? I am going to show this. Mickey Mouse Arthur is trying to evaluate the federal court motions, except he's not a lawyer. I never said this is legal analysis. I'm doing journalistic analysis. Know the difference, folks. Journalistic analysis, which I am fully qualified to do journalistic analysis. Pretty much, this is just like if you were watching somebody on the news. Lineup and Deuce has a big case of diabetes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. There we go. All right. So yeah, that was the first mistake Bruce made. Is he's citing criminal statutes. Oh, we got Susan went out here. At no point did I say I was an attorney. I'm just going through these motions, giving you what I can click out as a journalist. But yeah, so he cited criminal statutes. None of this is a criminal case. He should be citing civil statutes. But I digress. But that's what I say. The gold is always in the footnotes. When you read any type of court opinion or motion or anything, always look at the footnotes. Always pay attention to dicta. Courts will, when a judge makes a ruling, they'll make their ruling and they'll base it on the various laws and precedents that they're basing it off of, but they will also write in their dicta. People make the mistake of believing that dicta is what is actually being held to, and rarely is it true. It's normally just like, well, like in this case, or if this were to happen. The very famous example is the can't say fire in a crowded movie theater. That's a really famous one. It's dicta. It's not binding. Same thing with what's the other one? I don't know what pornography is, but I know it when I see it. It's dicta. It's not binding. It's just kind of like, it shows you the judge's frame of references. The existence of an enterprise which the defendant was employed by or associated with in committing crimes. A pattern of racketeering activity, criminal behavior. At least 2 incidents of racketeering conduct that have the same or similar intents, results, accomplices, victims, methods of commission, or otherwise interrelated by distinguishing characteristics and are not isolated incidents. And I do have to laugh that these people are like, you're a lawyer now? You do realize Megan and Tug do the exact same thing. They're not attorneys. You can read this stuff. Like, anyone can read it and understand it. You don't have to be an attorney. In fact, a lot of these things, except for when you get into contract law, a lot of these orders and whatnot are literally written at an 8th grade level. You do not have to be advanced at all to read these. I got a lot of experience in the military reading stuff like this because guess what I had to do? I had to discipline Marines. I had to maintain discipline. So I had to know the orders. I also had to know a lot of the laws. So very used to this stuff. Given the similarity of the state and federal statutes, Florida courts have looked to the federal courts for guidance in construing RICO provisions. All right, now here we are back to the footnote. And the footnote was, right here. MPLC Sterling. So let's see what they have here. It shall be unlawful for any person employed by or associated with any enterprise. Okay, so the quote, the racketeering activity must consist of 2 or more federal or state criminal offenses known as predicate acts committed within a 5-year period for Florida RICO. A pattern of racketeering activity is sufficiently alleged only if there is continuity plus relationship between those predicate acts. So if there's 2 separate acts and there's no relation in victims or people or anything like that, there's nothing there. But this is where RICO is used a lot of times for the mafia, where they'll be like, okay, these 2 people committed roughly the same type of act, but they were in commission, so that makes it racketeering. So that's why the mob is taken down, because if you can prove that this group is doing racketeering, if one does the crime, you can charge all of them. The Florida Supreme Court has adopted an expansive view of what constitutes an enterprise for purposes of RICO, siding with federal courts which found the purpose of RICO to be much broader and not limited solely to the eradication of organized crime. So not just organized crime, but people working together in concert or doing the same type of things. You mean Tug? I sent a counselor, not a comic book writer. Okay. Tug was a counselor. He's also written comics. What does that have to do with anything? In order to state an enterprise under Florida law, the plaintiff only needs to plead 1, an ongoing organization, formal or informal, with a common purpose of engaging in a course of conduct, which 2 functions as a continuing unit. Okay, this is what you folks need to know. Lynette and John, whether you want to call them, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, paramour, or just cohabitants. They cohabitate on the property. Guess what? That's an association. And once you establish an association, if they're continually breaking the law, again, because one did it, the other one is automatically not just an accomplice, but an active person. They're organizing it together. That's why RICO is, RICO's organized crime. And that's what this is essentially saying here, that they are working in concert. Maybe not doing the exact same things. One could be doing this one could be doing this one, but they're working together. A RICO enterprise exists where a group of person associates formally or informally with the sole purpose of conducting illegal activity. The Florida RICO Act defines enterprise any individual, sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, business trust, union, chartered under the laws of this state, or any other legal entity, or any unchartered union, association, or group of individuals associated, in fact, although it's not a legal entity. And the term includes illicit as well as licit enterprises and governmental as well as entities. So pretty much it's virtually all encompassing. If you're working with somebody and you're doing wrong, you could be prosecuted under RICO statutes. When viewed in a light most favorable to plaintiff's complaint alleges since October 2021 to date, Preston resides in Levy County, Florida, is a Florida resident, and has been a viewer of Hale's social media platform since at least 2020. Since at least October 2021 to date, Cook resides on the same property as Preston, and as such is a Florida resident in Levy County, Florida, and is also a viewer of Hale's social media platform since at least 2020. So, do we have the Angry Vet here? I see you guys are giving out his link. Make sure you go follow the Angry Vet. All the mods are putting great links. You guys should, if you have to take a moment and go follow these people, definitely do. Okay. Wait, we did read that one. Between December 2021 and February 2023, both Preston and Cook created multiple local Levy County Facebook pages asking for donations to Preston's 501c3 It's a Shell Thing, a purported tortoise rescue not open to the public. So not only do they live together, they're both on the board of this 501c3. So there's a link. There's an absolute legal link between the two of them. Even though a legal link is not required, being denied further access to pecuniary advantage that they would have if permitted to solicit donations from Hale's fan base. Preston and Cook maliciously began threatening to do injury to Hale's reputation with intent thereby to extort a pecuniary advantage for themselves. That's why they want to know who all of his followers and donators are. That's why they want to know that stuff, so that they can then benefit. In May 2023, when Hales returned from Ohio for a town meeting, Cook pulled a gun on Hales as Hales was driving by on the public roadway to ensure Hales' own property. Trespassed in his truck onto Hales' property with a gun. We have video of both of these. And when Hales confronted him and requested him to leave, Cook told Hales that if he moves one step further, he will see something go bang. And 3, maliciously threatened to do injury to Hale's reputation with intent, thereby to extort a pecuniary advantage, and accordingly publicly stated falsely on his Facebook that Hale's fiance had oral sex with him and that he has photographs to prove it. So these are all crimes, okay? They're all crimes. The fact that Levy County Sheriff did not prosecute them is really immaterial. There's a lot of reasons that they won't prosecute, a lot of reasons why they won't go forward, but they still can be used in this. This is why when people keep saying, oh, well, you're going to go to jail for your phone call to CPS, that's why I keep saying, no, please arrest me. Arrest me, because then all the neglect and the abuse that I was reporting them becomes a material fact of my case. And if there is any, guess what? My whole case will go away. I'm all about helping Lloyd and saving the child. So if they want to bring charges on me, great, because then all that will be brought up as a matter of court record. I plead the fifth. Yeah. After Hales left Florida to go back to Ohio in May, Preston wrote many double-sided road signs and placed them around the roads surrounding Hales' property in Levy County, Florida. These signs falsely stated, Jeremy Hales raped my daughter. Jeremy Hales has to go. What the Hales? Jeremy Hales, Ohio rapist. No rapist in Levy County. Stop Jeremy Hales. Jeremy Hales needs to go. No child rapists in Levy County. Stop Jeremy Hales. No rapists in Levy County. She does not want rape. Well, the problem is there are no actual allegations of this. So all of these would be defamatory. And it would not just be that, it would also be, as I've said before, you're trying to ruin his reputation, get people to stop watching his videos. That would be a attempt to ruin his good name. That is tortious interference of contracts. So she is trying to stop him from making money. If she can't make money off him, she's going to stop him from making money.
I do not watch his videos because they're not fun. They're not funny.
Well, according to this, she's been watching him since 2020, and I think there's more than enough proof of that. In July 2023, Preston posted on her social media that Cook posted the signs. We have seen these. We have seen these things. That is an admission that can be used against her. Accordingly, on or about May 23, 2023, Hales hired an attorney who sent a cease and desist letter to Preston Cook, which stated, "Inti Aaliyah, your lawful defamatory statements directed to Jeremy Hales on social media constitutes libel under Florida law. Cease and desist publishing all defamatory statements." Oh, 15 minutes, Mark.
It makes me upset. It makes me have anxiety. It triggers me in other ways, and I cannot deal with it. You're embarrassing yourself in front of your child.
So, thank you for the $2, Frank Chapman. He pleads a fifth of tequila. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Tequila. Easiest karaoke song to sing. All you have to do is know one word. I have anxiety over the roof. So, okay, these are all defamatory. And again, she made public statements saying, I am not going to follow his cease and desist. His cease and desist has no legal weight. No, Skipper, stop. So, and that's true. A cease and desist letter does not have legal weight. But, and we're going to get into this here. What it does is it shows malicious intent. It shows a state of mind by the person making the defamatory statement that they know it's defamatory and they are going to keep doing it regardless. They do not care. That's why if you ever get a cease and desist, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Instead, go to your attorney and respond to it, because at least then your attorney is going to give you some wiggle room. And then at that point, you take the advice of your attorney. And if your attorney is not telling you to stop whatever the hell you're doing, you probably need to find a new attorney. The best attorneys are the ones that tell you, shut up. It has come to our attention that you posted defamatory statements regarding Jeremy Hales on various web pages, including, but not limited to, and I've got screenshots from these: Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors, Otter Creek Politics, The Heart of Otter Creek, It's a Shellthing Inc., as well as other social media platforms. We demand that you immediately, A, cease and desist your unlawful defamation of Jeremy Hales, Martha George, What the Hales, and all other variations, including all misspellings, euphemisms, as such as the YouTubers, neighbors, etc. She did not. Immediately remove and delete all postings related to Mr. Hales and his interests, and that you'll provide us with written assurance that within 10 days that you will cease and desist from further libel directed to our clients. Again, she did not. Can I get an attorney? My co-host, everybody. Despite knowing the falsity of their statements, Preston Cook used their defamatory statements to persuade Hales customers to stop supporting Hales. So again, she knows that Hales makes money off his show, knows that he sells stuff, trying to get people to interrupt that. Tortious interference of contracts. If I'm selling something like my T-shirts and my coffee mugs and all the things that support this show and the Veteran Nation Foundation, and you are telling people not to support me, or you are telling YouTube to take down my videos and close my channel, you are committing tortious interference of contracts, and you should absolutely stop. And if you think I'm the only person who runs this nonprofit or who owns this show and its content, you are sorely mistaken. You can ask me about how deep are my pockets all day long. At the end of the day, it's not really me you need to worry about. Hales reported all of the above events while in Ohio, and in September 2023, an Ohio court issued a two-year renewable restraining order injunction against Preston Cook for stalking Hales and his fiancee. So again, now we have already proven right there criminal enterprise. They broke the law. There was a restraining order and injunction placed against them. The court found it was feasible enough. To date, this has not stopped Preston and Cook from continuing their legal acts against Hales. Rather than cease, Preston has demanded that Hales provide her with a list of all the names and contact information of all of his donors. It's none of her business. It's none of her business. It has nothing to do with her, where he gets his money. Preston and Cook acts violated Florida statute 836.05 by maliciously threatening to injure Hales with an intent to extort money or gain a pecuniary advantage whatsoever, and or to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his will. This case abrogated on the grounds by the U.S. versus Chestang. An enterprise need not be duly formed corporation that elects officers and holds annual meetings. It can be loose and informal, amoeba-like, infrastructure-like that controls a secret network. The precedent in this circuit clearly indicates that a Rico enterprise exists where a group of persons associate formally or informally with the purpose of conducting a legal activity. Citation omitted. This means that the plaintiff has a stated enterprise under Florida law because he pled, one, an ongoing organization, formal, informal, with a common purpose of engaging in a course of conduct, which, two, functions as a continuing unit, and where Preston and Cook formed an illegal group with the purpose of conducting illegal activity. Here, plaintiff alleges a loose association consisted of Preston and Cook, which can be read to allege a common purpose of furthering a scheme to maliciously threaten and to injure Hales with the extent to extort money or gain a pecuniary advantage whatsoever, and or to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his will. The first element, requiring proof of the existence of an ongoing organization with a common purpose of engaging in a course of conduct, may be proved evidence of the common purpose among the members. All this means the plaintiff has alleged enterprise with enough specificity to meet Rule 12 standard. Right there, that part goes away. Obviously the judge, but this is what this is saying. He's making money. I want to put this up. He's making money by making money. She didn't say anything about him. He makes zero. Is that what you're saying? But he makes money off his views. And he asked her to cease and desist. She refused. And then John Cook threatened him with a gun, and then threatened to shoot him on a second try. Okay, we're at page 9 of 21. B, pattern of racketeering activity. Racketeering activity must consist of two or more federal or state criminal offenses known as predicate acts, committed within a 5-year period for Florida Rico. Racketeering activities include inter alia, extortion in aid of racketeering enterprise. A pattern of racketeering activity is two or more predicate acts of racketeering committed within a 10-year activity. Under Florida statute 772.102, a pattern of criminal activity means engaging in at least two incidents of criminal activity that have the same or similar intents, results, accomplices, victims, methods of commission, or that are otherwise interrelated by distinguishing characteristics that are not isolated incidents. Yeah. So Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, he makes money off his views. If someone were to try to get his channel shut down, that would be tortious interference. It would. That's a civil issue, provided that the last such incidents occurred within 5 years after a prior incident of criminal activity. Criminal activity means to commit, to attempt to commit, or conspire to commit, or solicit, coerce, or intimidate another person to commit any crime that is chargeable by indictment or information under the following provisions. relating to extortion. When viewed in a favorable light, most favorable to the plaintiff, in addition to the allegations already articulated, plaintiff's complaint further alleges Preston and Cook's acts violates a Florida statute 836.05 by maliciously threatening to injure Hales with the intent to extort money or gain any pecuniary advantage whatsoever, and or to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his will. Preston and Cook's act constitute at least two distinct criminal acts in violation of Florida statute 836.05. Florida statute 836.05 prohibits utterances or communications which constitute malicious threats to do injury to another person. Make something go bang, that's a threat. Reputation or property. Reputation, the signs, or property, trying to get his channel shut down. All three of these, they have arguably broken. As relevant here, Florida law makes it unlawful for any person through a pattern of criminal activity to acquire or maintain directly or indirectly any interest or control in any enterprise or real property, or for a person employed by, associated with, any enterprise to conduct or participate directly or indirectly in such enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. 60. Preston's acts constitute a violation of Florida statute 836.05, which prohibits any person from using a written communication to maliciously threaten injury to property of another with intent to extort money or any pecuniary advantage whatsoever with intent to compel the person so threatened or any other person to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his or her will. Preston's conduct, among other acts, constitute a pattern of criminal activity in violation of Florida Statute 772 by constituting an endeavor to violate any of the provisions of the statute, namely 772.103, which prohibits any person from participating in an extortion enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. The ongoing pattern of criminal conduct constitutes a continuing threat of illegal conduct persisting into the future. The two distinct instances, separate in time, Cook extorted Hales within the meaning of Florida Statute 836.05. Cook's act can constitute a violation of Florida 836.05, which prohibits any person from using a written communication to maliciously threaten to property of another with intent to extort money or any pecuniary advantage whatsoever, or with the intent to compel this person so threatened or any other person to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his or her will. Spawn Trooper, I feel bullied now. Or 77.103, which prohibits any person from participating in an extortion enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. The ongoing pattern of criminal conduct constitutes a continuing threat of illegal conduct persisting into the future. All right, we're halfway through this. I'm going to take a very quick break because I'm going to go get something to drink. This will not be long, so don't go far. There we go. I told you it wasn't going to be long. Okay, now we move on to page 12. Oh, no, that's page 11. Here, plaintiff has provided facts sufficient to show a pattern of criminal activity whereby Preston and Cook engaged in at least two incidents of criminal activity that have the same or similar intents. Okay, sorry. Intents, results, accomplices, victims, or methods of commission that otherwise are interrelated by distinguishing characteristics that are not isolated incidents because these occurred within 5 years of each other. Plaintiff has provided facts sufficient to show that Preston and Cook engaged in extortion in aid of racketeering enterprise. Plaintiff notes that Preston and Cook have engaged in racketeering activities ongoing since May 2023. In State v. Lucas, the Florida Supreme Court held that the predicate events occurring over a 6-month period were sufficient to prove continuity. Plaintiff has plainly alleged a pattern of racketeering activity with the requisite specificity. It is this factor of continuity plus relationship which combines to produce a pattern. All this means that the plaintiff has alleged a cause of action under counts 3 and 4 with enough specificity to meet the Rule 12 standard. Accordingly, the motion shall be denied, or should be denied. Can't say shall be. That will be the judge. Okay, just taking a look here of everything. Everyone, we've got 120 people. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. In fact, I'm going to take a quick moment here to retweet this. And there we go. What? I'm just looking. I got messages in there that do not make sense to me right now. Maybe they will later. We'll see. Okay. Was that page 12? Yeah, it was page 12. Okay. Okay. Remember, I said this earlier. Count 5: tortious interference with advantageous business relationships. Cook and Preston. Under Florida law, the elements of tortious interference with business relationship are: 1, the existence of a business relationship that affords the plaintiff existing or prospective legal rights. So it can be prospective. It doesn't even have to be. You don't even have to be doing actual business if you have a business entity set up. The defendant's knowledge of the business relationship. The defendant's intentional and unjustified interference with the relationship. And 4, damage to the plaintiff. The business relationship need not be evidenced by an enforceable contract, but it must afford the plaintiff existing or prospective legal or contractual rights. Citations and quotations. Omitted. Must be in the existence at the time of any alleged interference. So, pretty much, all the business has to do is exist. And if you're talking bad about a business, you are technically doing tortious interference. They can bring a lawsuit. Now, the question is going to be damages. Have you done damages? Can they point to anything? If they have to dedicate money to undoing what you just did, that can be considered damages. Defendant's motion to dismiss is fatally flawed. Lies on many cases, which are decisions on motions to dismiss for failure to plead a cause of actions. Many are post-trial or summary judgment decisions, which involve a different legal standard. For example, Tamayami Trail Tours v. Cotton affirmed a trial verdict for tortious interference with a business relationship. Oh, thank you, AVA. Yeah, last night we talked about a lot of this stuff. Yes, last night as well. So if you didn't, he put the link in there. You can check it out. This case here, holding that at trial the plaintiff did not present competent, substantial evidence to prove that the defendant interfered with any ongoing business relationship to prove at trial tortious interference with a business relationship. This case here, answering a certified question that a plaintiff is entitled to damages at trial for a defendant's interference with existing customer relationship, but not for former customer relationships. these two cases here both support plaintiff's position because plaintiff does not plead that Preston and Cook interfered with the relationship between the plaintiff and the public at large, nor does the plaintiff allege that Preston and Cook's conduct in question resulted in a general loss of business. They're not saying they lost business, but they're saying that they tried to interfere with their business and that they had to assign assets or capital towards stopping what they were doing, the cease and desist and whatnot. You can say, yeah, no, lawyers' fees can be damages. The count in Sarkis v. Pafford Oil County affirmed the trial court's dismissal of a complaint alleging tortious interference because the amended complaint did not identify the customers who were the subject of the alleged interference. The court further noted the cause of action cannot be established by proof that the defendant interfered with the relationship between the plaintiff and the public at large. Yet that is precisely the basis of a claim asserted in this case. And also, whenever you do business, okay, like if I were to build a business and I called it Skipper's, pool cleaning, just as an example, and then I sell it to someone else, I'm the skipper. So I'm selling not just the business, but I'm selling the use of my good name and reputation because people know me as the skipper. So if someone were to then say, Skipper's pool cleaning is a bunch of thieves and stuff like that, I could say, even though I don't run that business anymore, I can then go to I can then sue the person saying that because they are, what do they call it, doing damage to my reputation and good name. In fact, the court in Bortel cited Insurance Field Services for that conclusion that a complaint that states that a defendant interfered with work in progress for clients of the plaintiff involves specific, identifiable clients and agreements of which the defendant interfered. So you don't have to have a contract, but your ability to enter into contracts is affected, and that can be used. Skipper's Snack Shack. Ooh, that actually might be we might have a business opportunity. Robert, we might be talking. We might be doing some business. Let's say I created that business right there. Robert came up with that idea, which means I have to pay Robert for that idea. Now, whether I try to do it in a lump sum or if he gets royalties or some type of residual, that would depend upon the contract. But he came up with the idea, so he has a right to a portion of that. Even though I did all the work and everything, he still has a right to some of it. Plaintiffs this one's existence of a business relation that affords the plaintiff existing or prospective legal rights. Plaintiff's complaint includes information on who those clients are and the extent of plaintiff's business relationship with them. Here specifically, plaintiff alleges that 1, Hales maintains a valid and enforceable contracts and business relationships with his customers. Preston and Cook are knowledgeable of the contractual business relationship between Hales and his customers. On or about February 20th, 2023, Preston and Hales asked Hales if she could bring her own donation box to the paid meet and greet live event. Hales said no. This means Preston knew of the ongoing business relationship between Hales and his customers. Since October 2021 to date, Preston and Cook reside in Levin County. Our Florida residents have been viewers of Hales' social media since at least 2020. Moreover, rather than cease, Preston has demanded that Hales provide her with a list of names and contact information of all of his donors. It is extortion. Hales has built his career around his passions through social media, including without limitation, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms. With a current YouTube subscription fan base of over 700,000 people across the world for his YouTube channel, What the Hales. These 700,000 plus subscribers around the world include those who pay monthly fees for premium access to Hales' social media platform, which is an open video diary of Hales' life, and who pay to attend meet and greet live events that Hales has, with many of his fans and supporters paying to attend in person in Florida. Such allegations have enough specificity to meet Rule 12 standard as one, both the identity of the clients, Hale subscribers who attended such promotional events, and two, the business relationship with these particular clients were pleaded in an adequate manner to give Preston and Hale's notice of this claim. Couldn't it be considered interference with business of the LP morons going after every YouTuber, contacting to get his YouTube shut down and involving his family and friends? Yes, it could. Bruce, coming after this channel, where we have Stupid Dave talking to Slug, and Slug tried to do damage to me. Guess what? Stupid Dave told Slug, "Oh, I'll bring you into the lawyer's emails." That represents potentially criminal enterprise. So that's why I keep saying, if he wants to bring a lawsuit against me, I would love it, because I will be hitting with a countersuit. And you don't think there's going to be discovery? He was not acting as an attorney between those guys. So those emails that they brought up, guess what? Those would not be protected under any type of attorney-client privilege. That would mean we'd be able to get them in discovery and be able to show that, yes, this is a criminal enterprise with an attorney at the head of it. Do I have to go that far? No, I would just go through the anti-SLAPP stuff. I would still do discovery myself, just so I can see how far the rabbit hole goes. I would. Again, I'm in California. If you're out of state of California, you don't want to sue people in California. California is going to be a jerk to you. It's the communist state. Okay, so this case here, cogently analyzing Florida law as the pleading of tortious interference claims and finding that allegations of the plaintiffs had a business relationship with their customers, and that the defendants were aware of the plaintiff's business relationship with these customers sufficient to state a claim. C, the defendant's intentional and unjustified interference with the relationship. Plaintiff's complaint clearly pleads that Preston Cook acted with malice and unjustified interference with a business relationship. I'm going to go down here because we're going to, who is Slug? He goes by Slug Entertainment. Do not harass Slug Entertainment, though. He said he was backing off. As long as he remains backed off, I will not do anything to him. But he said he was backing off. I will make the assumption that he's a man of his word, even though he's shown himself to be less than honorable before. But yeah, we'll take him at his word this time. I think he learned his lesson. What a huge difference in the filing. You can tell the better lawyer in the suits. Well, I'll just say this. When it comes to lawyers, you generally get what you pay for. And one of these lawyers is not getting paid. So here we go into the footnotes. So Preston Cook acted with malice. Being denied further access to pecuniary advantage they would have if permitted to solicit donations from Hale's fan base, Preston and Cook maliciously began threatening to do injury to Hale's reputation with intent thereby to extort a pecuniary advantage for themselves. In May 2023, when Hale's returned from Ohio from a town meeting, Cook pulled a gun on Hale's, driving by the public roadway to enter Hale's own property, trespassed in his truck. Cook trespassed onto Hale's property. We can prove that with the video, with a gun. And when Hales confronted him and requested him to leave, Cook told Hales that if he moves one step further, he will see something go bang, and maliciously threatened to do injury to Hale's reputation with intent to thereby to extort a pecuniary advantage, and accordingly publicly stated falsely on Facebook that Hale's fiance had oral sex with him and that he had photographs to prove it. Preston and Hale's acts violated Florida extortion statute, which makes it a felony to maliciously threaten to accuse another of a crime or offense with the intent to extort money or pecuniary advantage. Preston and Cook's acts violated Florida statute 83605 by maliciously threatening Hales with intent to extort money, blah, 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 blah. It's kind of the same thing over and over. But the things we've been talking about for months, they're coming true. Okay, that was 17. This is page 18. We're almost done with this thing. We wanted to. An unjustified interference with a business relationship does not require a showing of the interference was intended to secure a business advantage over the plaintiff. There is no logical reason why one who damages another in his business relationship should escape liability because his motive is malice rather than greed. So, yeah, that's, again, I've been saying for months. Cease and desist proves malice. Ignoring it proves malice. Everything else is just icing on the top for Jeremy. In this case, the first district stated, embedded within the elements for tortious interference with a business relationship is the requirement that the plaintiff establish that the defendant's conduct caused or intended to cause the breach that resulted in the plaintiff's damages. All right, where is the... okay, this one was from before. Okay, so these footnotes are from the page before. So yeah, nothing new really going on there. Okay, that was page 18. This is page 19. Okay, Johns River. Applying this, plaintiff's complaint states that Hales is damaged by Preston's unlawful conduct by losing revenue streams that otherwise would remain with Hales absent Preston's interference with Hales' valid contractual relationships. And Hales is damaged by Cook's unlawful conduct by losing revenue streams that otherwise would remain with Hales absent Cook's interference with Hales' valid contractual relationships. This adequately pleads damages for tortious interference will result in a damage award if proven. So there we go. Shock at Law Group. Boom, boom, boom. Service list. Okay, so that's Randy Shockett's thing. Okay, so there we go. There we go, folks. That is the motion. Pretty well read and pretty well cited, I will say. I think you can, if you read both of the motions, I think you can see right now who has the more experience. I'm not going to say one of these attorneys is smarter than the other because that really doesn't matter. Really, when it comes down to these things, experience is what matters. And yeah, there's definitely some experience on one side rather than the other. What I am going to do here is I'm going to be sending some people some links so that they can come onto the show. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. All right. So those folks, if you're coming in, make sure you check your audio and your video, and we will bring you into the show. I just want to take a couple. I'm going to take a look. Did I miss any super chats or anything? I don't think I did. No, not seeing any missed super chats. Thank you to those of you who gave super chats. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I see we got them here. Let's bring them onto the show. So we've got Secret Squirrel and Spawn Trooper. Welcome, gentlemen.
I don't know if my mic's working, but good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Veteran Nation, where the truth is set free, and I am holding my blanket, my teddy, my tequila, and my 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. And yes. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, my darlings. Welcome. Oh, God, I got so much to say, but so little time.
I know, right?
I do like to make a statement. Can't hear you, Mike.
Yeah, can't hear you, Mike.
Oh, wait a minute. I can hear myself. That is not good.
Is my speaker?
Mike, what do you do?
Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Mike is dealing with a technical problem, let's talk about puppies. Oh, yeah, puppies. Yummy. Anyway, so, yes, very interesting court records there, I must admit.
Yeah, very interesting. Basically, Jeremy's lawyer basically told Bruce he can go somewhere else.
Check.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 by 5.
Okay.
Can you
What was I
hear me
going to
now,
say? Yeah, I thought I wanted to make a statement, if that's okay, Mike. Apparently, I take over your show and I'm in charge, and you just have to sit there and listen. Apparently,
You make it easy on me. You take it over. I don't care.
Okay, right. Okay. First of all, I would like to. This is on behalf of all the veterans. I would like to say hello to Max Lab. I want to say hello to Eric Miller. I want to say hello to a veteran, AVA. I want to say hello to Minnesota. Your name's too long for me to remember. I want to say hello to everybody who's in here. I want to say hello to Sandra. Where are you, wetlands? Wilbur's? There you go, the Wilburns. And anyway, right. Okay, you know who I am. I'm not going to hide the fact. I'm Spawn Trooper. You know me. Yeah, hung like a baby elephant.
Matthew, right. We went over the new suit documents yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, right. Okay, right. Squirrel, eat your nuts for a minute.
Hey, are you guys able to hear the soundboard?
Nope.
No.
See, I gotta play around with this stuff. It's not working the way I want it to.
Okay, right. I'd like to make an announcement to Deuce Foreskin and to Short Stock. Well, anyway, right. This is a message to you both. I know that you're lawyers. I know that you you assume that you're lawyers. However, Bruce, you already know that you're on my radar and have been for quite a few weeks. And let me advise you. You have now made 4 mistakes, legal mistakes. And I can assure you that I've got every single bit of evidence. I've got video recordings. I've got audio recordings. I've got everything. Okay. I made a post today. All right. I made a post, and I put in that post certain things. And I put in that post a screenshot of the last page of that document. You're the only one who's used the word invasion from when Lloyd's RV was removed from the property of Miss Preston. As you can tell, I'm very professional and very respectful. My voice is monotone, so it may make you go to sleep. So let's hope for that, okay? But anyway, and I've been digging a little bit more. And there's a discrepancy on the document, which I found. Now, I'll deal with you later, my little munchkin. All right, I'll come back to you. Mr. Stark, you're not Tony Stark. You're not an whatever what word he uses. You're not one of these weapon people. Anyway, right, you're an absolute clown. And a dirty clown at that. You need to clean your cups, dude. Right. Something else. Your name is Scott R. I'm not going to mention the middle name. Is Scott R. Stark, not Scott S. Stark. Okay. And also a photocopy or a picture, and then put it into a Photoshop and then put it onto a legal document or an unofficial document, then hand it to a court, is probably the dumbest thing I have seen. And I spent my 30 years plus in the military, and I've seen every time. I've seen charge sheets. I've seen 242s, 252s. They are charge sheets in the old days, the Queen's regulations. I've seen every single freaking regulation you can come across. That is probably the dumbest thing I have ever experienced. Now, I'm not an American, and I'm still sticking at my comment. It is in the water. It's in the water.
Hold on. Breaking news. You're not an American?
No, I am. I can speak Americanese, as you can tell. We're communicating. No, I am a colonial. I am a real McCoy. Yes, like I said, I'm hung like a baby elephant. But we digress. Anyway, yes.
Let me clear something up for some people. They keep asking, was that document for the new case or federal case? Okay, guys. The document that was read tonight was for the federal case. It's Jeremy's response to Bruce. The document that was read yesterday was for the new case.
Right. Okay. Now, obviously, I do have the screenshot, and Mike, I believe you have that screenshot. I have redacted most of the information, but I would like, if with your permission, sir, I would like to know if you can put it up on the screen so I can then use it as an exhibit 2 alpha or 2. What is it? It's Echo 2-1 alpha, I believe it is.
Stand by. I just have to download it onto the computer here so that it shows up.
Yeah, Roger. Right, and I'll carry on. Anyway, a message to Scott Stark. I find it very interesting that an individual who has never been heard of, who has got legal issues himself in a certain Connecticut bar, all right, and I find it quite interesting when I've done a little bit of digging on you, on research that is public viewable, so therefore it's public information. So you know, you can't say that I am invading your privacy. I'm not. It was all public. I just typed your name into Google and it was bloody hilarious. I had 22 pages of you, which was scary at one point. Right, before I carry on about Mr. Stark, I'm going to just point out a couple of things here. Now, as you can see, that is actual a screenshot from the 2 fleas, and as you can see on the left-hand side at the top, you've got Elisa Ann. In the middle, you've got Tori. I don't know her surname, and below you've got Bruce Matskin, who's been basically he lives in that stream. And as you can see, I have redacted. Can you just screen it out a little bit? Just out first, please, sir. If you can just zoom out a little bit so they can see the whole thing.
Stepped first. Away for a sec, Spawn.
So, oh, right, okay. What's happened? Oh, right, okay. Well, he's going for coffee. Okay, the streamer's a little bit slow. Right. Okay, what you can see there is basically I have redacted the surnames and addresses and postcodes of the individuals. However, what I've done, I've left the first names up so people can actually see it's not a photoshopped picture. It's been edited by me and only by me. And the editation, what I've done is basically I have redacted all information that should be redacted by a professional. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Bruce. And I've also marked it with certain aspects such as, first of all, it's not Deputy Sheriff Gregory, it is Corporal Gregory. Yeah?
That is correct.
Okay, he has earned that rank, so please respect him for that. Okay, he has been in the police force since 2009, so have a little bit, a little bit of respect for a law enforcement officer. You smuck. Anyway, further, you'll notice that I've also redacted quite a lot of information from Mr. Stark. However, this is speculation. This is allegedly. I believe that this document has been falsified. And the reason I'm saying this is because Scott S. Stark, that's not his initial. As you can see on the signature, it says Scott R. Stark. Okay? That is an original signature.
I see we got a troll here in the chat named Mr. Info.
Good. All right. Anyway,
Mr. Info, do you think that Scott Stark does not know his name? Do you think he forgot his middle initial? I'd love to hear your comment.
Mm-hmm. And while you're thinking about that, Mr. Info, how about you're going to get your pacifier and put it in, because I see that you're actually underage, and unless you've got parental guardianship, you need to leave. This is for adults only. Anyway, as you can notice, I have redacted 90%, 99%.
Mr. Info, if you don't like what you're seeing, leave the stream. You don't have to watch. That simple.
Actual fact, the phone book is public. Is a public accessible information. However, this is a court document, and I've redacted it. And listen, Mr. Info, and I want you to listen very carefully, because obviously you people over, not all of you, but some of you over there have severe hearing issues. I have redacted the information out of respect for the individuals named in that document, you absolute space cadet. Anyway, yeah, whatever rocks your boat.
The ones that are doxing people is two Lees.
Mm,
They literally posted Travis's address, everyone's address on this new lawsuit last night. They posted it on their live stream and showed the public.
But here's right. I need to stick to this, Squill. Just give me a second. I'm coming to the end. You're gonna love this.
This is your first warning. No personal text. First warning. Right.
So as you can see, the name is wrong. Now, if you look at the red box, the large red box, you'll notice that that's what you'd, I mean, you can call it like a photocopy. Okay, so basically in Photoshop, or in certain programs, what you can do, like Photopad, you can actually take one picture and then obviously cut it, take it, and then put it and post it on as an overlay onto another piece of like another document, and that's what he's done there. Okay, because as
I've done some collage work myself.
Right. Okay, so basically there's two things. Now, can you scroll that out, please, if you may? If that's possible, please, so everyone can see the whole page, please. And I would like.
So I don't watch the Two Leeches, and I'm just seeing something. I'm seeing here. I'm going to move this for everybody.
Yeah, because I mean, oh, there you go. Right. Yeah,
are they crystal sellers? Are they literally selling magic rocks?
I'm not sure, but they're definitely selling something, and it's definitely not brain cells. Right. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I say that Bruce has made a big freaking boo-boo here. When this was on a stream, I had someone basically send me a video, and if once, because I think the stream is lagging, so once you scroll back out, so you can see. There you go. Right, if you look at the top left of the document, you'll notice there's a red box. Now, before Mike scrolls into that, the only person who's used the word or the identifying words of the RV removal was Bruce Matskin when he mentioned the word invasion or invasion. He mentioned it multiple times.
Yes.
And the document at the top there, okay, is named Invasion Lawsuit. Now, I doubt very much Bruce phoned up Starky Baby and went, "Hey, Chumpy, do us a favor, write Invasion Lawsuit on that." I doubt that very much. However, in the video that I received, that we're not going to play up here, we're not going to play on here, but you can take my word for it. When Numbnuts one, Lisa, decided to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the document, and when they saw that page there, the words out of Bruce Matskin's were, "Oh shit." And then she scrolled right back up again. Right. So obviously I've decided to put a little bit more time into this, because like I'm starting to see discrepancies, and I'm starting to see things that are not just dangerous, but to a point where I had to Google, what's it called again? Frivolous lawsuits. Anyway, so I did some research, and I found it very interesting that this document, even if it's unofficial or official, it's irrelevant. This document is frivolous. It's full of bullshit. right?
Yes.
It's just, like the thing is, right? Someone, this is from what I have seen. Floyd asked for help. He was offered help and he was given help. People in that town decided to help. Even the new owner of the RV park decided to help. They went down there. They did what they needed to do. They had a police officer, Corporal Gregory, who was an outstanding example of a police officer. I have to give him that. He was an outstanding example of a police officer who, even at one point, had to tell Miss Preston not to lock a child in on her own. And he tried every bit to be communicative with Miss Preston. You can see the video. That 2.5 hour video was put up for one reason, right? Transparency, for people to see exactly what's going on. Okay, simple as that. It wasn't put up to dig at someone. It wasn't put up to put someone down. It wasn't put up to embarrass anybody. It was put up for evidence and to prove what went on. Okay, they got there. They waited until Lloyd was on the property first. Then they went onto the property and then started to get all the stuff off that property. And then once they got everything off, everyone came off. All right, and then they got their trespass. And if you listen to the way she talks, the whole time she's on the phone, someone's screaming at her, telling her to shut up. Okay, and then God knows what else happened. And then suddenly she's calm as a cucumber talking to Corporal Gregory. And he comes back and gives them their certificate of bravery.
Hang on. About the phone call. Just thinking about that. In today's video, Jeremy played, Lynette says she records all phone calls. So I'd like to hear that phone call. I'd like somebody to get that phone call evidence to be played.
To be honest with you, Squirrel, I don't need to listen to any of the phone calls. I think I've now come to the conclusion that, and I like this, call me a hypocrite, call me biased, but I think I've seen enough evidence now and heard enough evidence and witnessed enough evidence to know that what's happening is one-sided. It's all coming from Lynette. It's all coming from her followers.
Definitely is.
And something else I need to pull up as well. There's a video. There's an audio where Mr. Bruce Matskin admitted by saying, I told her about the GoFundMe. So that's already sorted. That's out in the public. Okay, that's there. But here's the thing: in the phone conversation that our little one skin lies over my two skin lies over my foreskin lies over my knee. Oh wait, no, fuck it, my foot. Anyway, and basically he made the biggest mistake. He actually aired a phone call that he had on Skype. Now, if you get called by someone on a cell phone, they call you your cell phone. So why is he calling them on Skype? Because you can hear the Skype noise when he hangs up. Anyway, in that phone call, in that conversation, you can tell he was very extremely leading in what answers he wanted from Landon. All right, Landon, yes, he was a bit, typical 19-year-old, all that F and this and F and that. But he was asked a specific question. We didn't start that GoFundMe, did we? He went, no, but she did. He said, so you didn't start it? No, she did. Okay, comments like that. And then basically, again, he mentioned that she closed it down. So all the time, the 2.5 weeks, I was asking him who has access to that GoFundMe. Right? I got my answer. But here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen, Your Honor, members of the jury, and the audience. Here's the fourth fuck up, pardon my French. When Bruce asked Landon about the alcohol, right, and he said, oh, did Lloyd give you alcohol? You know what Landon's answer were? Anyone want to guess what his answers were?
I'm going to say no.
No, exactly. No, he didn't give us alcohol. These are the words of Landon. And Bruce went, oh, and then moved on to the next question. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do your own research, do your own checks, make your own mind up. But this is Spawn Trooper of the Spawn Trooper News broadcasting from sunny but somewhat cold island in the middle of the Atlantic, alone. Let's lonely, sad. I just need love. I need a hug. I need a lollipop. And I want my puppy. I want my teddy. I want my. What do you mean no? Right, that's it. That's fighting talk. Yeah. So I mean, I just thought, and the thing is something else. Okay. I'm going to say this, even though Mike's probably getting a bit right. Ladies and gentlemen. What? Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm going to say this myself. At no time or at any time are you to contact anybody in this court issue or any people who are YouTubers or anything else. Please do not contact them or get involved in any of that, because at the end of the day, people have certain individuals, like Mike was saying earlier on, have backed away and backed off. They've realized their mistakes, and they've backed off. And in a way, I do respect that. But if they try it on, Jabba the Hutt, Sluglina, and you other beauties, 13 seconds. It'll take me 13 seconds to make a video, because I've already got it ready. It takes me 30 seconds to actually upload it, but there you go. But anyway, please don't contact these guys. Please don't.
And do not contact anyone at all. Unless, if you see something majorly wrong, contact the right authorities. Do not contact anyone listed on these court documents whatsoever.
I mean, the thing is, like Veteran Nation, like Skipper, right? He's good. He's good people.
Rangers love you folks, but they don't want you calling them up being like, what you doing?
Yeah, I mean, if I get a phone call at 3:00 in the morning from anyone, especially from anyone except Skipper, but if you phone me up at 3:00 in the morning, it's like heavy breathing. Oh yeah, baby. No, if I don't know. I mean, like, if I get a phone call from Skipper, obviously, I want to know why. You know what I mean? It concerns me. If I get a phone call at 3:00, then something's wrong. But it's sort of like with Eric or with ABA or with Minnesota or anyone else. Yeah, we're a big family just because we're not next to each other. But the thing is, please stay away from these people. Make your own mind up in regards to the legal stuff and bits and bobs and all that. And remember to wear your seatbelt when you're driving. Don't use your cell phone when you're driving, and make sure everyone in your vehicles has got their seatbelt on. Please don't drink and drive. And make sure you have food when you get up after the morning. And yeah, there you go. But yeah, Stark, forgot all about you, Sunshine. You nearly got away with it, you little shithead. Oh, I forgot all about you. Oh God, you are lucky that I didn't forget.
Stark needs to just stop listening to Bruce completely. Bruce is gonna get Stark in major trouble.
Yeah,
if he keeps it up.
We got Angry Vet in the chat.
Angry Vet, come here, give us a hug. Love you.
Hey, Angry Vet. By the way,
I want to thank thanking you for the memberships again.
I want to thank all the veterans out there, military members, firefighters, police officers, everyone that's serving our country. Thank you so much.
Hey, what about the EMTs?
Awesome. Keep up the great work.
What's that? Wait. What? You biased fuck. What about the EMTs?
Spawn. Any of vets from all over the world and service members.
I'm joking. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yes, Stark. Mm-hmm. Yes, Stark. Mr. Stark. Monsieur Le Stark. Just be aware that I've done exactly the same type of checks on you that I have done on Bruce. But you have a partner who's also a paralegal. Oh, dearie me. Yes, I've done my checks. It's going to stay redacted. It's going to stay private. It's not going to be shared with anybody. It stays with me. But Mr. Stark, or Attorney Stark, or whatever you want to call yourself, Santa, whatever, Rolly Polly, whatever you want to call yourself, here's an idea. Here's a suggestion. What I would do is I would contact Bruce and ask him what the fuck is going on with that document. And also, if you are still involved in this or you're not, you need to make a statement, fella, because it looks like you are getting dragged through the sewer.
Yeah. I'm starting to think Stark gave Bruce all his login information to fill out all this paperwork in that. Yeah. And I think Bruce is using Stark's account to file these lawsuits.
Allegedly. Be careful what you say. Allegedly.
It's
that speculation.
Might
allegedly.
not be true, but it could be possible. We don't know. But that's something I'm starting to think.
Oh, and by the way, Thomas Collins, is that his name? Biscuit Boy?
Yeah, Biscuit Boy.
Ask him about his dad. Enough said on that. But all I want to say is to everybody is one thing. Okay, I'm going to tell. I've got a song. Mike's probably going to go mad, but if Squib is still here, hey Squib, if you're still here, got a little song for you. You ready? Let me get my singing voice. My one skin lies over my two skin. My two skin lies over my free. My free skin lies over my foreskin, and my foreskin lies over my knee. So pull back, pull back. Pull back Bruce's skin for me, for me. Pull back, Bruce foreskin for me, for me. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Yes, TC is a stalker, and it's already been proven. If you guys notice, Flippin' Inventors posted a video last night showing proof about TC stalking.
I thought that was illegal. Wait,
no, he was staring at her and Jeremy, like just sitting there at the thing, just totally fixated on her.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I watched that. Do you know what? I couldn't stop. I was crying. Oh my god! Do you know what it looked like? It was like if I could put a voice to that face, I'd be going, "Please help, Mama, Mama. I need a hug, Mama. Please help me, Mama. 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 Oh, I think a little bit of poo came out, Mama." That's what that was the weirdest ever. The weirdest thing I've ever watched.
Angry Bet, this is a totally different TC. Thomas Collins, not host of the good show Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, even though he doesn't have me on anymore. And I made him co-host of my show. What the hell?
Yeah. Minnesota Black. Where was he? Oh,
Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. That's my co-host TC, not to be confused with Thomas Collins.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
TC, we're talking about a Thomas Collins that's in Florida, and his nickname is Biscuit Boy.
Yeah. I mean, he's already a public figure, so what was I going to say?
I think let's just start saying Biscuit Boy, so that way we don't confuse the co-host TC.
I would say more of a bakery boy than a biscuit boy, but we digress. One thing I did notice though, I watched. Thank you very much. Who was it? Deanna? Was it Deanna? Yeah, or someone. I watched that video twice because I wanted to see. I wanted to watch his body language and everything else. If you watch it, watch his eyes. He's watching Jeremy's cell phone like if it was a new hobby. And at 2 points, he actually filmed it. Because at the time, Jeremy was texting. and I think he was texting twice, and twice he looked down at at what Jeremy was doing, and also was filming it as well. And I do believe that is invasion of privacy, and it's against the law to film someone else's private info. What are you doing, Mike? You're scaring me, man.
Oh, I'm just putting up some of the comments.
No. Because your streaming is lagging. You just came right up to the camera with your eyes.
Spawn,
said, watch me. Look at me.
There's always like at least a 10 to 20 second lag, no matter what on any
right, okay,
live stream.
right.
So,
right, okay. Yeah, Angry Vet. Yeah, you called me last night, but I don't know what I did. So if I didn't say hello to you, like, big hugs, mate. But yeah, if you watch him, Mike, what is the law over there, or if you happen to know, what is the law over there in regards of filming or invading someone's privacy when it comes to their cell phone, like electronic devices, when they're filming stuff when they're in the private?
Yeah, that would be a good one to look up.
So it really varies by state. Being that Jeremy was in public, he's probably not going to have many protections.
No, but I mean, the thing is, even if he is in public, which I get, yeah, there is a line you don't cross. You can actually see at one point he's actually pointing the camera directly at his cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's likely not any violation of any type of law. It's just creepy behavior.
Yeah, I've had a look at his. I've had a little check on him as well. Because you know what? I need
Angie,
to stop.
I am recording all of your comments.
Ooh. Do you want to record this?
They're all right over here.
Okay, baby, lay down. Relax. Take a deep breath. And I'll go and make my dinner. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to make this clear. We've said it every stream now. This channel, Mike's channel, is copyright protected. So do not go stealing his videos or live stream footage. You will get copyright striked if you steal anything from these live streams.
Yeah. I second that motion. Motion followed. Hey, Mike. Do you want to hear something really funny today?
Sure.
Okay.
I get jokes.
No word of a lie. Right. I'm sitting and I took some time out and I was chilling out, and I get a phone call from my former work buddy from my former regiment. And he goes to me, he says, "What are you doing today?" And I went, "Nothing." And he went, "You're not bored?" I went, "No." And he says, "Well, watch this." And he sends me this link to a Jerry Lewis film. Where's the front line where Jerry Lewis plays a German officer? Mate, I could not stop laughing. It was freaking hilarious.
I've not heard of that one. I've watched a lot of Jerry Lewis movies. My mom loves those old Jerry Lewis movies. Her and my grandmother used to go to the drive-in to watch them. So yeah, she always makes me turn them on whenever we can.
Yes, Lee, I can't pronounce your full name. They've been doing that for a while, and I guess now YouTube has a new policy on fair use.
Yeah, there's no fair use.
There's no fair use anymore.
Nope.
Two Lee's posting that fair use stuff on their video streams and that isn't going to help them one bit. They're still copywriting people.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, you know, I'm not a YouTuber, okay? I don't go live, all right? Okay. And
here we go. Uncle Frank just posted something about that, the recording somebody's phone in public.
Who? Where? What?
A form of wiretapping people private property is not protected while recording in public, like in their private space and getting in their space.
It's a form of wire. Oh, really?
Ooh.
Angry Bet, that is great news. I know you're going to eventually be successful. Keep fighting.
Yeah, keep fighting, dude. Yeah. Seriously, on a serious note, keep fighting. Stupid idiots. They wouldn't know if. Yeah. Oh, by the way, angry vet, I was in your stream the other day and I said hello and you ignored me.
Angry Vet, it's for Florida law, though. Each state has different laws on it. Which I don't understand why all the states always have so many different laws. And some of the laws are federal laws they change to match for their state stuff. It's like, can they all get on the same page and have the same laws?
I mean, you do have on the federal level. Or am I wrong? Because I know that you got state level, then you got county level, and then you got federal level. If I'm not wrong, but I mean, at the end of the day, right, irregardless of who's right and who's wrong, all you have to do is go and look at the legislation in your state, find out, right, can someone film my cell phone while I'm texting? If they say no, then it's like straight down the police station, bang. There's video evidence of it. But if they say, well, no, you're in the public, anything in the public is, so it's a I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that was probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then considering that he's only got 1,000 saying, this is what gets me, right? Like I was saying about, I'm not a YouTube. I don't stream. Okay. So guys, I do put videos up here and there once in a while.
Same. I don't stream or post videos. So,
right. But the people, I've done checks on all the people who got involved in this in the YouTube channels. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for Mike. I'm going to give Mike a little bit of hoo-ha here. All right. So I'm going to give him a POB, like Angry Cop says, pat on the back. This man here is running a charity, okay, for veterans, all right, which you don't see a lot. You do see a few, but you don't see where one will actually interact with people 100%. Okay, now he's been doing this for 3 years and he's got over 5,400 subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, please give him a subscription. It's free. Click that bell for notifications, all right, and come in and enjoy. Right, anyway, so he's got 5,000. Biscuit's got 1,600. Yeah. The two, I can't even. Right, I'm not even gonna look. Let's just leave them alone. And Slug, for example, has a few more. But here's the difference. Now, when Slug was a problem, and he's not a problem now, and good on him, right? Good lad. He's got a little bit. He's got some ethics there. Yeah, he's not. He's backed off. Right. He's been at it for 15 years and has got a couple of hundred more than Mike. And this is what the two fleas go on about all the time. They go on, oh, this YouTuber's only got 4 followers. This YouTuber's only got this. They got this, got that. It's nothing to do with that. It's about entertaining and bringing you guys into the conversation that we're having. It's not about how many, about it's the interaction with your audience.
Yeah. Yep.
And I know I go on and on and on and on, but 90% of what I say is factual. It's it's true. 5% is me just being a complete arsehole, and the other 5% is me just cracking jokes and talking shit. But you get my drift. And if you want to, I don't know. I can't understand why people look at someone and go, "Oh, he's a YouTuber. Oh, let's fucking do." No, the guy's Mike's a human being. He runs a charity, a 501(c), right, for veterans, people who have risked every single bit of their existence. So and I'm not talking about you guys here. I'm talking about in general. So arseholes who like to flap their gums and make air come out of that hole they've got in their head, right? That's the sacrifice a lot of people have given, so you guys can do that. Don't forget that.
Yeah. If anyone hasn't seen Jeremy's video today, I'm going to suggest you guys go watch it. It is a great video with a lot of evidence.
That right at the end, that
That's
got me.
evidence.
That when she said that to that child, something inside me was like trying to get out. And,
Yes.
Yeah. And something else, the fleas. If you continue to talk the way you are talking on your stream, all right, you're going to end up in the biggest lawsuit you'll ever experience in your life, because your ass will sue your face. And trust me, that lawsuit, you'll never win. Just saying.
Yes.
Can you imagine your ass turning around and saying, right, I'm suing you. Why? Because you're talking so much shit, I don't even get his word in sideways. No, sorry.
Well, it's already been proven Lee's has a warrant out for their arrest for traffic violations. Why haven't they been arrested yet?
Traffic violations. Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. The traffic violation, we're talking like speeding, driving through a red light.
I'm not sure what type of traffic violation, but I know all I know is traffic violations. So why aren't the cops or sheriff down where they're at arresting them for their open warrant?
Don't know. Maybe the police are mealing. Maybe they're sitting in the canteen and playing cards and they do tic-tac-toe just to find out who's going to go for the call or not. I don't know. I mean, if I lived in America, I would find an island or a large plot of land, build a house right in the middle of it, and put up a big wall all the way around it.
Is Bruce watching tonight? Because I know he was in the chat last night, and it just made me laugh that he comes here.
I hope he is.
Possible he is, but under another alt account again.
People spotted him and they knew what alt he was using.
Yeah, I hope he is. Bruce, I hope you're learning something from my interaction with you.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Brucey, stop hiding.
Don't be spreading rumors you know nothing about.
When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair.
Let's come on out. Let's talk. Tell me. Come on, sweetie. Let's do it. Please don't wait with it. Please don't stoop to their level. Oh, we're not. To be honest with you, I'm being sarcastic and I'm being a little bit mocking, because what I find quite entertaining is the fact that you will spend 9 hours on a live stream repeating yourself like a record with a scratch.
Oh, so we have a mod of Lee's in the chat. Well, hello, mod. You might watch yourself because you could get kicked from the stream if Mike decides to.
Wanda Perez.
Wait, I'm getting confused now. Who's doing what? What? Who's holding hands? Who's kissing each other? What? What's going on?
We have a Lee's mod in the chat. I've got her comment down below. Wanda Perez.
Oh well. If you're a mod for what?
They're a mod for Lee's.
Oh, Wanda Perez. Hello. Hola, ¿cómo está? Wait a minute, is that right? That was right, wasn't it? Please tell me that was right. That was embarrassing if it wasn't. Yeah. No, but anyway, no, we're not steeping down to their level. The fact of the matter is that, right, when you got two men and a furry animal called a squirrel having a conversation about the daily topics, it's just like we're sitting outside on the beach on our sun beds and reading newspapers and just talking shit, and we've got every right to do so.
Yeah.
And if it happens to be about certain individuals who've got probably, I don't know,
free speech. We're all we're doing is free speech, nothing illegal. Unlike another channel does illegal things like dox people, showing people's personal addresses on their stream.
Well, you're doing something illegal because I've never heard a squirrel talk. So, at the end of the day, guys, listen. all this shit is getting out of hand, and some normality and control needs to come in. At the end of the day, there is one wrong, one right. The problem is you've got people who state they know the law, who are, I don't know how to put this without sounding like a dick, but they're abusing their position, right? And Bruce, if you're listening, dude, I know I've got under your skin. I know that you're afraid of me, and I don't care about anything you say. And I'm glad if you are afraid of me, good, because knowledge is a very, very good weapon.
And knowledge is power.
Yeah, I don't hate you. I don't hate you at all. I just think that you need to seek different employment. I think you know, yeah.
I believe you, Wanda. I see your comment. I believe you.
Since there is a mod of two in the chat, I want to repeat what I said earlier. This channel, Veteran Nation, is copyright protected. If you steal anything from these live streams, clips, anything from these live streams, you will get a copyright strike. That means even if you change it and put fair use, that's not going to help you. So do not go stealing anything from this stream.
What's that? I see.
Here's a good question.
Oh, I just saw one, and I'm quite scared. Eric just made an assumption that me and the school are going to get it off. No, rough. No, I'm joking. Go on, Mike. Sorry.
Do you think Bruce could do a Chip and Dale dance?
That would be. I'm going to see. Oh God, I want to see Lynette try to do one.
Bruce, if you are out there, I've got one question for you. Why is it that suddenly every single platform that you were on have suddenly disappeared into thin air? Sharon Michelle, or AK Sharon Donato,
everyone
right?
In the comments, even if Wanda was one of their mods, if she minds the rules, she's allowed to be here.
Absolutely.
So I'll sleep with that.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, right? I wouldn't care who's in here. At the end of the day, as long as you respect the stream, you respect the people in here, and you are civil in your communication. You know, Christ, I don't care. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Bruce, let me ask you a question, mate. I know I've rattled your cage, and you know you can't hide anything from me because I see everything. I know everything. I am everything. I am Legion. God, that sounded so corny. Anyway, but seriously, at the end of the day, you've got right and wrong. And Bruce, what you're doing is wrong. You're trying to overwhelm the system with all its paperwork and all these motions and everything else. And all you're doing, and because you're doing all this, and you are trying to get your PR. Right, all you're doing is getting negative PR. You're getting negative opinions, and what you're doing, you're also making mistakes. And people like me, or people like Mike, or people like Eric, or Angry Vet, or anyone, or Wilbur's been made of mine. Oh, congratulations! Anyone who has got any type of institutional or regimental training, right, can see shit like that from miles away. Right, there's an old saying what we used to use here in we still use it in the UK, is don't try to bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah,
you've got your choice, right? You can be polite, you can be respectful, you can be professional, and you can start having dialogue. Yeah, you can start having dialogue with people who don't agree with you. Now, me. If I sat down with you and you spoke to me the way you spoke to Mike when he was here, or the way you've been talking on certain streams, I can tell you one thing now, Sunshine. I will destroy you verbally. Simple. I will destroy you verbally because you've proven to me that you don't have a lot of intelligence when it comes
Yoda
to
makes a good point. All the people who were coming after me saying, "Oh, that child is not abused or anything," you're defending the woman who threatened the child on the phone in the video tonight. She didn't know she was being recorded, or wasn't cognizant of it, is what I should say, and threatened the child.
Yeah, which Levy sheriffs did nothing about it.
Well,
Which
they're
is
not going
sad.
to do it. They're a corrupt organization. They're not going to do anything about it. So that's why we have to turn the heat up at higher levels.
I mean, the thing is, what I can't understand the
Oh,
way.
Mike, when are you going to read your letter response that you got back in the mail?
Yeah.
Well, it
sorry.
wasn't in the mail, but I might put it up tonight. We'll see. It's a long one. I did look at it.
You know the bit at the end where she spoke to the child the way she spoke. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but Mike, did you notice how it sounded like it was totally a natural thing to say?
Oh,
it was
absolutely.
Like it's happened before.
It's like her locking the child up. Not even a second thought about it. Just this is the normal way of doing stuff.
Yeah. And the way she said it as well. I mean, like, yes, I get what the hell they're saying about like the person the person on the phone from the police didn't react. You don't know. I mean, like, like she's probably in her head, she's probably going, "Oh, that's a mother disciplining her child," but she probably didn't hear the exact words. But the thing is, the recordings, you can clearly hear her say, "If you don't close your mouth," and it sounded so natural. It sounded like if it's a natural thing for her to say. So to me, it sounds like it's been said. I'm saying this allegedly. It's been said multiple times.
Oh, I saw Will say something. WILL say something. That's not how copyright works, bro. Yeah, copyright.
I think Bruce is
works different on YouTube than it does anywhere else. YouTube has strict policies on copyright.
Sharon, Bruce, and Lynette are suing everybody who came onto the property the day they got the RV for denying some type of rights by Lynette. Something.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think we all know because it really wasn't stated that clearly. Just that they did emotional abuse and inflicted harm to her.
Can I ask a question to Miss Perez if she's still here or he? Sorry, I don't know if you're he or she. So I do apologize. Where are you? Where's?
But we don't. She's saying that she's not a mod over there.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you a question. You've come in here. So have you come in here as an unbiased individual who wants to know both sides, or are you just looking for, waiting for someone to slip up or say something or whatever? I mean, the reason I'm asking is because I just noticed a comment you've written, and the thing is, when it comes to Bruce and when it comes to Scott, they both are lawyers, and they've been lawyers for a long freaking time. And like Mike, I don't know about Mike. He's been in the military a long time. I was in the military a long time. AVA, I don't know how long you were in. Eric, I don't know how long you served. Angry Vet, you as well. But I can tell you one thing, right? Anyone who served in a system and they've done the same shit day in, day out, right? And they've traveled around the world and they've done their same job and they're doing their job. Okay, they don't forget stuff. They learn stuff. And that's why soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen, right, they have refresher training. It's called skill fade. And when you start having skill fade, you then get put on a course, which is for that job or that skill, and you get retrained and you get a refresher training. It's called a refresher training. It's called skill fade refresher training. So you've got two lawyers, or three. I don't know what's happened to Sean Martin. He's basically jumped on a spaceship and pricked off. But you've got two lawyers who've been at this for 20, 30 plus years. And it just doesn't, it's not making any sense. It's not making any sense. And right, Mike, let me ask you a serious question. Mike, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't. I thought you. Yeah. Let me ask you a serious question. Right. When you serve, and you ended up getting skill fade, did you go back to do a refresher course?
All the time.
Right. Bruce, did you hear that? Scott Stark, did you hear that? I think you need to go back and read up back on law. Oh, you forgot our US space. I am not, Eric. No, I am. No, I refuse to mention the space cadet. No, no. No. Next thing, he got running around with lightsabers and going, "I'm Darth Vader." No, not having that, mate. Yeah, I was an op freedom dude, and but yeah. So I think that Bruce and Scott have skill fade because they're making silly mistakes.
I want to correct Joseph here. I was a logistics officer. My job was not important at all. Didn't do anything important.
And I'm not going to discuss my job. Put it this way: we know how to fix bayonets. But at the same time, right, let me explain something to the mortals. Okay, us non-mortals, when we go into boot camp or as a crow or whatever you want to call it when you go into training, right, you get broken down as a civilian and you get built back up as a soldier or as an airman or a marine or whatever, and then you go through your service. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Do you think I'm going to address David's question here? Do you think if I go to my high school reunion and tell people I'm a ninja, they'll believe me?
What was that? If he goes to his reunion and says what?
If I go to my high school reunion and everyone asks, what do I do now? I'll be like, I'm a ninja. Do you think they'll believe me?
The first thing they bloody do is look at you and go, okay, show me a move. What? Actual fact, if you want to have a giggle, I went to a fancy dress party dressed.
Rogue Mama hits it right on the head. Right on the
Exactly.
head. Once you've read a couple of these lawsuits, you'll see this is not normal. This is batshit crazy.
Yeah, a lot of these newer lawsuits are frivolous and don't make any sense. Like, I'm saying they're fraudulent because really they kind of are.
Frivolous. They're all frivolous.
I mean,
men and their frivolous lawsuits.
Frivolous lawsuits. We will fight them on the grudges. We will fight them in the beaches. And we'll fight them in the court.
That's exactly what I was channeling. You picked it up, man.
No, we will fight them in the air with drones, and we don't care. I just saw someone make a comment about where is it? Let me see if I can find it. It's fucking oh yeah.
So true, Mama.
Where is it? Where? Oh,
California Ninja. I can put avocados on anything.
Oh, here it is. Most ex-members have strong understanding of how law works. Most of us do military law training, and both the law and the acts. And as the most can turn their hat, I can't. I'm just too going. Yeah, like in the British forces, in the regular forces or the reserves, the regulars obviously go under the British Forces Act of 2006, or it's 2009. It gets amended all the time, but they still have the Queen's regulations, or now the King's regulations. But in the old days, in the 90s, beginning, up until mid 90s, end of 90s, the Queen's regulations, if you got busted and you got a 242 or you got a 252, you're buggered.
Yeah. Well, one thing I'm not understanding is how Lynette can file a case with Harley's name on it as a defendant, and Harley's not even 5 years old.
It can be done because she's the legal guardian. Legal guardian in the court.
I still think that's so. I mean, to put a child's name on a legal document when that poor girl is 18, 19, and she goes to a job. Can you imagine, like, when they do a security check and that court case comes up, and she doesn't know about it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting to say the least. I mean,
Very.
all this could have been avoided if they had followed that cease and desist.
Yeah, so now if that case actually does go into a courtroom, the kid will have to be at the courthouse the whole time in the courtroom.
No, she's too young for that. I don't think they'll allow that. She's way too young for that. I mean, they even struggle to get 6, 7, 8-year-olds into court.
Yeah, here in California court, you can't even you can't go into a courtroom unless specifically ordered, unless if you're of the age of, I believe, 14, and that still is very. It's not set in stone. It's just kind of like a thing that they just kind of follow.
Over here, if the child is young, what they do, they have the child in a room.
I can't say your name. There's no way they can overturn Jeremy's protection order in Ohio at all. It's set in stone. There's no way to overturn that.
And they've been charged as well.
The only thing they could do is possibly appeal it, but I believe that the time for appeal has surpassed.
Yes, and the Ohio courts made it where they can't appeal it because of the actions in that.
Yeah,
Mr. Coop, that is exactly why I use those words, just to get it under his skin.
And I think they've already been charged twice in Ohio court.
Defamation, I tell you.
Yeah, they've already been charged.
Defamation. Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
They've already been charged twice, I think. They're pending. We're still waiting. I think Jeremy's still waiting on the lawyer's answer from this last contempt of court case.
Actual fact, Jan Peace, in regards of the UK law, in regards of buying a vehicle, if you buy a vehicle of someone and it's a private sale between you and that person needs to write a letter out with the date, name, and their address, and also how much and basically write on there how much they're selling the vehicle to you for. You sign it, they sign it. And then the logbook, 99% of the time, they'll just hand you the logbook and you send off that little slip. Now, if that happens any other way, then keep your money in your pocket and walk away. All right, because the seller cannot keep the C5, the logbook on him. He has to hand that to you with the vehicle. Because if you get stopped by the police, right, because once you buy that vehicle, you are not legally allowed to drive that vehicle off that property, even though you own it, and if it's got tax and if it's got MOT.
Which, talking about the RV, Lloyd no longer owns that RV.
No,
it's now in somebody else's hands. The title has been signed over and everything. Lloyd had the title for the RV and everything.
So if there was a contract, if she could at some point prove that she had a contract, she could sue Lloyd, not Willis, but Lloyd, for whatever they agreed upon in that contract. But again, she doesn't have a contract.
There was no written contract whatsoever.
And if I can
have to have it actually written.
And if I can remember correctly, don't quote me on this because I've had so much stuff go through my head already. But if I can remember correctly, in the text message between Lloyd and Lynette, right, there was no question. It was all about paying electric bills.
Melanie S has something big.
I don't know if that'll actually be something big or not. Sometimes technicalities are just that, technicalities, and the court doesn't care.
Yeah, but if Lynette don't have an ID, how is she driving her car legally?
Well, she would have
Well,
ID
it
because
was,
when
it just was at the time they signed the paperwork is what she's
yeah, Squirrel, she does have a driving license. I've actually trust me, she's got a driving license.
she's mad that she claimed it got posted.
Yeah, she does have a driving license and it got renewed. Do you know, it's conversations like this, civil, back and forth. I like these because the thing is, like, we're discussing something that technically should never have happened. But one thing I would like to say, Lynette, this is from me personally. This is nothing to do with anyone else here. Please go and get help. Please,
she
please
needs a
go and get
therapist,
some help.
not an attorney.
Get yourself ask for a better lawyer and get yourself some psychological support. Get yourself a counselor or some help.
Yeah,
It's a bold move. Let's see if it works. Cotton.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the deputy what he puts out in reply to that court case.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine Corporal Gregory sitting there going, "What the
Corporal
fuck?
Gregory, yeah.
What? Wait, I've been. Oh, wait, what? Okay, right. Okay, in court you'll go. Well, hang on a minute. Here's my card. Here's my body cam. Here's my car cam. Here's the 260 phone calls that I've received. Here's my phone. Here's all the evidence of phone calls I've received. And this is what I mean about the level of intelligence, right? The police cameras, that footage is kept for a long time. It can't be. I mean, if they say, "Oh, let's use the police footage," they're shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, yes, let's use this. They shoot themselves in the foot. I don't know if it's a self-destructive thing with Bruce and this legal team, but it makes as much sense. I can't even talk anymore because of how stupid this whole thing is.
I think Bruce needs to go back to law school.
And the biggest problem is, and I don't know why I'm saying this, Mike, please send help because for some reason I'm now talking normal and good stuff. This whole situation is damaging everybody. But the biggest problem is it's bringing people out of the woodwork who I wouldn't trust with a torch, let alone daylight. You know, the level of toxicity and the level of hate, right? And it goes on both sides. People, you need to, I know you've got opinion. Everyone's got an opinion, just like everyone's got a backside, right? But the thing is, sometimes your opinion makes things worse.
Yes, Aaron Learman, that is correct.
You know? And somewhere down the line, someone who's got, I don't know, who lives in a cave or under a bridge or, you know, lives in a dark room, and they when you go in there, they go.
Oh wait, hang on. Sharon Kobuck said about the police footage at the end, where they talk about the stolen pew pew. Oh, Bruce! Once the court hears that part of the case, your case is going to get thrown out the window.
Well, it's actually worse than that, my friend, my little furry friend. The thing is, when they listen to Bruce talk about the pew pews, they will find out very quickly because he asked Landon about the pew pews.
Well, and they found him in John's camper or Lloyd's camper later. They were in the camper,
but they were talking about it after the fact. It's very interesting, isn't it? I mean,
well, it's interesting how she, you know, just immediately goes into lies. You know, that's her factory setting right there. You ask her a question, you're likely to get a lie, unless if she can use the truth to her advantage. And that's just a good example of it.
Yeah, they were, the pupils were recovered. Yeah, and also if you remember, there was a phone call when she mentioned about kicking him off the property and his RV. He needs to, about his RV and everything else. Hi, Trissa, about everything else. And here's the best part. This is the part I like, Mike, is the fact that if you take every single thing that contradicts what she says, that you've got evidence and she says the contradiction of that evidence, and you put all that together, you'll see what this individual person is like.
I do want to address this. You can take guns on a plane, however, they have to be stored in a certain container. You have to declare them as soon as you get to the airport, and you're not going to go through the normal metal detectors. They will actually open your stuff up with you in front of you.
And if I can remember correct, the police and the I think it's the ATF police and who is it? I don't know. There's another police force that can actually go and talk to the plane company and actually find out if they did take weapons on board or not.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to go through metal detectors, I mean, ATF,
I guarantee you they didn't take any weapons on
No, of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. The thing is, like, they're getting blamed. I mean, okay, look, Landon is a little shithered, right? But he's 18, 19, and he's already got in a lot of trouble. He's being used as a scapegoat, and it's obvious. I mean, a blind Chinese minesweeper tester would know they're taking advantage of him. I mean, but this is what I can't understand. You say this, and people go, "No, it's not true. He took the weapon. He did this."
18-year-olds can carry weapons. I'll say that.
Yeah, being from the UK, all the gun stuff is crazy to me. Jan, you're over here in the UK. You can actually have weapons, by the way. It's a law of the land that you can actually have a shotgun, but you need to go to the police. You need to fill out lots of paperwork. You need to get your Section 5 of the Firearms Act. You need to get your certificate, which is Section 5, which there's other sections as well, but that's the main one you need to have a shotgun. And obviously, you need to make sure that you've got a safe place to put it. So,
yeah. So
there are quite stringent laws. Yeah. So, and they do the psych evaluation as well over here. And the psych evaluation over here, they literally take your brain out of your head and they poke it. Yeah. It's just a bloody shame, the whole fucking situation. It's just a shame.
Yeah, it's...
I don't like arguing with people. I don't like digging into people's lives and backgrounds and stuff. Well, I do actually, because it's fun, because I can find lots of shit. But
I'd like to see more law tubers covering this story.
They won't touch it, mate. I mean, like, look, Megan is an investigative reporter. Tug is Tug. Larry, DOI guy, he's a lawyer. Okay, and they've been covering loads of shit. I think I found DOI guy when he was covering the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing, and I actually saw him in that court. He was actually sitting in there. I was like, shit, I'm in someone's stream who was actually in there. Go Johnny Depp. I was Johnny Depp team, by the way. Not biased at all. It's just like, yeah. So, but other people who jump on that coattail, and if you haven't noticed it yet, I heard someone say that, like, Mike jumped on the coattail of this and everything else. No, he did not. Because he was a concerned citizen and he was watching the video and he made a call, which any citizen would have done. And when they said, "Oh, there's nothing that can be done," blah blah blah. Still,
don't do these streams to talk about John Lynette. I really I'll talk about it on Facebook. You guys, I'll have you guys on. You guys can steer the conversation however you want. I don't do videos about that. I do videos about the harassment and the corruption, all the stuff in the court, all the official stuff. That's what I focus on. Now, I may have a family member on this weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They've reached out to me. I still have to verify a couple things, but there's another aspect of a veteran that I may do, or I may take with that to have that on the show, but it's not to smear anybody. That is not what we're about here.
It's all about truth and facts. And
well, then another thing too, people have been saying Mike has showed Jeremy's videos on these streams. Mike has never showed a single video, not even a short clip.
No.
And if I have, it's only been very little snippets if I have, but I don't think I ever have.
No, you've never even shown snippets. You showed nothing.
Nope.
So that lie from the haters debunked.
Yeah. I do have a question that's going to change the topic very quick, very, 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 very sharply. Anyone here who ever played the Flight Simulator X? Anyone play Flight Simulator?
No.
No? Okay. Because do you know what? I've just realized so. We've been talking about this whole situation and we've gone full circle. We've literally gone full circle on it. There's nothing else we can add. Just by the way, that I know everything about you now, Scott Stark.
What I do, Yoda?
We want.
Are they bitch? Yeah, it's sad about him stop covering that, covering the story.
Oh, I got some really bad jokes, but I'll tell you them later. Where's Sandra? She gave me a blanket and she gave me stuff. She was fun. Oh, by the way, I watched a program. Was it yesterday? A YouTube video about, when you had the 9/11 celebration. There was oh man, it was beautiful. It was about the area where the towers were. They've got like this. There's a hole, and it's like got a little fountain in it with running water. And I think the water runs down the walls into this fountain. And oh man, if I ever come back to the States, I'm telling you right now, that's the first place I'm going to show my respects. That was beautiful. That was.
Hey, does anyone want to try calling into the show? You see our number down there. Do we want to do that?
Yeah, I would love to see that happen, actually.
Yeah, but only one thing. Please do not ask me for any personal information, name, or anything like that. I will not answer those questions.
No, your name is Secret
questions.
Squirrel. Yeah, your name is Secret Squirrel.
Bald 951 Vet. If anyone would like to try to call in, let's see if we can make this work. I don't know if we can or not.
Here you go, Spawn. What have you done? Wilburn, what are you doing? Wilburn, what are you doing? Wilburn, talk to me. Wilburn, what are you doing? I'm watching you. What are you doing? Wait, someone grab hold of the Wilburns. He's up to something.
Let's see.
Oh, there you go, Sheena. Hi. Hey, Sheena, do me a favor. Go over to Wilburns and give him a karate chop because he's up to something.
Oh, one thing, when you guys call in, make sure you guys have your speakers for the live on low or have the live stream muted.
Yeah,
if this works, it'll be pretty cool. I don't know if it'll work or not. I never tried this. So the phone number is Bald 951 Vet, and it's also going to be in the ticker down below here in just a second. I thought I had it written down. 225-395-1838.
Do you know what? I would answer the phone and go, "Hello, you have reached Veteran Nation. If you want to speak to the Navy, press 1. If you want to actually have a life and wish to travel..." Oh.
We got one caller.
We got a caller.
Oh. Hold on. Where's the... Okay. How do we accept?
Hang on.
I
Make the
can't-
call
How do
thing
I
bigger.
accept? It
I
doesn't
can't
say-
see it. It's too
Yeah,
small.
Yeah, it doesn't-
make it bigger.
Oh,
Please
man.
hold. Please keep calling. Please hold. Your call will be answered shortly.
Yeah, make the call box bigger on the screen.
Yeah, make it bigger,
Well,
mate.
I don't want to do that because I don't want people's phone numbers to be
Oh,
running.
yeah.
There must be somewhere where you can answer it.
I'm trying to. Yeah, if people try to call back in again, I'll try to see if we can do it.
Yeah, try calling again. It's a learning experience, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
There's no way to answer.
Yeah, it's not giving me any way to answer.
Try the left-hand side one. The green. I can't see shit with it.
That's text voicemails archive.
On the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
you have to
calls.
call that person back. That called.
Oh, wait a minute. On the left-hand side, it shows the people who called. When you click on them, it will then show you their like that little box you see on the right-hand side, and then it will, when they call, you'll have a green and a red button. I wonder if I can see it a little bit better on here.
Okay, we're calling back. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, we're calling you. You just tried calling us. Who are we talking to?
Oh,
Hello, can you hear us?
hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Oh.
That would be why. It was wrong one, so
Try it again.
yep, we're gonna.
All right. You see down at the bottom there, when you click on the name, you've got the red button.
Hello?
Hi, this is Skipper of Veteran Nation. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're on the show.
This is Yoda LP.
Oh, welcome.
Yoda.
Hello, Yoda.
I want to say thank you today for helping me with the VA issue I had.
Oh, my pleasure. It was absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you.
Yep, not a problem. You're good with everything that's happening, correct?
Oh, yes. I had to call the congressman's office. They called me back. Had to sign a waiver. They turned around and they called the VA people, and the VA people called me right back because they wouldn't reimburse me for an Uber for the fact that they said they didn't cover it when they had a shuttle when I was getting released from the hospital.
Okay,
Nice.
that's.
And it was just a run around.
I'm glad we could get something going there.
Nice to meet
You're
you,
welcome.
Yoda.
And I appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yoda.
All right, take care.
That's fantastic. Right. So now you know when someone calls in, right, you click on their name and then basically, but I think you can actually separate the names and everything else. You can actually cut them in two. Is that Skype, is it?
This is Google Voice.
Before
There
we
you
have
go.
another call, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bloody hell, that is now very small. You can't see shit now. There you go. That's good.
Yeah, I don't want people to be able to see too much.
Yeah, people, come on, call in, ask questions. come and ask Mike, why he's got like a curly thing in his beard, or why I got a sexy voice. Come on. But it's this is actually no wonder like 228, not 225. Sorry, my voice is not normal. Hey, Yoda, mate. Hey, brother, you just take care of yourself, dude, and don't worry about your voice, man. Yeah. And remember, a smile a day keeps the shitty people away.
Well, that's good to know. We can take calls.
That's good. That's brilliant, because that means you can then do like a Q&A.
Yeah, I mean, if people want to call in live, they can call in live. Don't have to do anything crazy.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Because that's a good thing, because like if you got like topics like tonight, what you could do, you can say, right, guys, you can call in. It's free call or whatever. You can call in. You got one question, and you choose who you want to ask that question. If it's for the board, if it's one for individual, or just to say hi.
Phone call me.
Yeah. Phone you up and say, am I speaking to Skipper? Yes.
This is Schmeagle. We want our precious back. We want it now.
Yeah.
David, yes, I did get your voicemail. If you'd like us to call you back, just let us know.
Hi, this is David. I just called you and just want to let you know you've won $260,000, and I've spent 2,000 of it. 200,000. Wait, fuck shit. Wait. No, but I couldn't. That's not bad actually, because you can also do quiz nights now. Smile a day just pisses off your haters. So smile,
Right.
just pissed off. Yeah, there's an old saying, Nolan, you. Okay, there's an old saying: a smile a day keeps the idiots away. So you can use any type of the last part. You can just change that. A smile a day keeps the aliens away, or
David wants us to call, so let's give David a buzz.
All right.
Yes. Is that David Green? Yes. Hello. It's the FBI.
Can you hear it?
No.
No.
I think you have to have that screen on.
Hello, is this David?
Yeah, it's David.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Ninja.
Guys, can you
Hello,
hear David?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
We got
Yes.
that.
Yes.
All right, how do you become a ninja? I want to know.
Right. What you do, okay? You go and find, right, some black stockings and a black blouse from your girlfriend or your wife. You then get a balaclava, right, and then you put that on, and then you go, "Hoda! I need that," right? Or you can go down to a dojo. You find a ninjutsu dojo, and you can learn a ninjutsu, which will probably might take you about 16 years, 17 years to actually fully learn. Are you still there, David? You haven't run off to David? Hello, David?
Can you hear us, David?
I think he's cracking
yeah,
up
I can
laughing.
I didn't know if you got my question or not.
We
Oh
got
yeah, we
another
can
call
hear you.
coming in.
Spawn was trying to answer you. Could you hear him or no?
No.
Okay,
now we
David,
got-
can you hear me now?
We got others trying to call in, so let me go ahead and decline that call.
David, can you hear me?
David, you got Spawn? Can you hear him?
I can only hear that nation, not the other two.
Can you hear me?
No, he can't hear you guys.
Oh, so it goes through your mic. Right,
I'm
got you.
have to change some things around, which I'll be playing with that. But yeah, I think we can get there. So this is beta testing. Thank you, David. I'm going to let you go. Okay.
All right, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, David, if you can hear us, now you're watching the stream again. Like I said, I'm going to steal a pair of black stockings, a black blouse, and a balaclava, and then go, hold on, what you gonna do? Hey. Yeah, and that, or go to a dojo, go to an ninjutsu dojo, and it is one hell of a martial art to learn, and it takes quite a few years. So good luck. But if you want to dress up as a ninja, go to a fancy dress place, or look at pictures of ninjutsu or ninjas from
What's
the
that
old days.
Halloween store name, Mike? That
Spirit
everyone...
Halloween.
Yeah, Spirit of Halloween. Go there, or even Walmart.
Oh, Dave says you free rock. Yeah, I rock back and forth. Makes me go to sleep.
Okay, it looks like we got another call. Hold on, let me switch some things here. Can you hear me? Yes, just 1 second. Let me get you here on the show. Okay, Bonnie, I can hear you guys. Can you hear Bonnie?
Hello, Bonnie.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Bonnie. Yep. Can you hear me?
Okay. Just one question about. Remember when they went out there to get Lloyd's trailer?
Yes.
And Lynette did not want them on the property. She wanted Lloyd to get a company to move it. Remember that?
Oh yeah, she did.
Yes.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's. I think that's something right there. She's like, she just didn't want them on their property.
I mean, people
but she
would
was willing
think
to have a company.
I think she was just being difficult myself.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why the officer made
I don't think she would have made as big a fuss about it if a company came and got it. I don't think you think Bruce would have sued the company if a company came and got it, a moving company.
Probably. But yeah, don't forget, School. I don't think she can hear us, mate. She can only hear Mike. So my answer will be probably.
I just wanted to say that.
Okay, yeah, the guys. I don't think you can hear the guys, but they were talking. We're gonna have to work out this audio.
Oh well, thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you for the call. We do appreciate it.
Oh, such sweet lady. Oh, she was such a sweet lady. I want to adopt her. Can I have her, please? Can I have one?
Yeah.
I like what we're going to be able to do with this. If I can, make this work, I'll have to put it through my sound thing. We can take some live calls. I'm sure we'll have some.
You need to get a producer, mate. You need to get someone in there to produce for you, like sort this stuff out for you, man. Come on.
I used to have one, and it was awesome because I didn't have to worry about anything. But now, now I've got to do it all.
But can I just respond to what she said about the thing is two points. Lynette was trying to hide something because, like, I think she's got in such a she's got in such a mindset that she just wants everyone to stay away from that child, but she doesn't realize that it's not about her, it's not about the child. It was about the retrieval of the RV and the property that belonged to Lloyd. And the second thing is, if say, for example, Lloyd would have got a company, and I agree with her, I think that company would have got sued by Bruce. I think they would have sued that company.
Yeah.
And
I think she would have damaged or stolen more of Lloyd's stuff. So that was a definite concern.
And also,
just the reason why the sheriff made them go get Lloyd.
Yeah, and here's another thing. When they removed all that property and they removed the RV, yes, you got that big ass fridge there, but here's something else that a lot of people don't think about. Right, Lloyd wanted to get the hell out of there. He didn't feel safe there. He didn't feel comfortable there. He wanted to get the hell. So he got all his gear and he got his RV and all his tools and that. But how much stuff has he just went? No, just get the RV and get the stuff. Let's get out of here. That you don't know if he's still got stuff there that they're not telling you about.
Well, Lloyd did. He did say there was more stuff, but he wasn't going to worry about it.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to care about that fridge either.
No, he gave up on the fridge because it would have costed him money to be able to get the fridge back. So it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, but the thing is, she says that her freezer broke, right? So is she talking about the white one that was next to the gray one, or is she talking about another fridge?
No,
Because
it
that
was
white one.
the nice stainless steel one. Oh, we
What, the
got
big-
another call coming.
All right, okay.
Hold on, caller. Stand by, caller. Stand by just a second here.
Please hold. Your call is important to us. You are caller 2.
You guys can't hear it if I don't share the screen, so that's why I got to do that. Okay, so go ahead, caller.
Lynette always states that everybody's employed by the Hales. Jeremy doesn't employ anybody. They're contractors. So I don't get what her problem is. That's all I need to say.
Oh,
That's
we
a good
appreciate
point.
it. I think that's a good point. Because
a good
they're all
point, actually.
1099.
They're all
it'd
independent
be no different
contractors.
than if he would hire a plumber or an electrician to come and work on something. I mean, that's exactly how they're paid.
Yes.
Yeah, and can you imagine an electrician going onto that property? Do you work for Hales? Yeah, you got a good point there. That is a very
And-
bloody good point.
No
Okay,
one
thank
that
you.
was
Yep, thank you.
removing the. Never mind.
No,
No
no,
one that was helping remove the camper, except for Deanna, is getting paid by Jeremy.
no. Diana works for George, and I think Deanna is self-employed, but I don't know. I'm just guessing because, like,
She's an employee. Okay, it's confusing how it works.
Hello?
Hang
Hey,
on.
is this Sir Mitch?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're live on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting a call. No, I just had a question about the VA. It's all right, man. I just had a quick question about the VA. Now, I was never at war, so I want to get that straight right now before, anything goes on and somebody says, oh, you did this and this and this and this, whoever hears me or knows me. I was never at war, but I did break my neck and my back while I was in the Army. And the VA, I do still get to go to the VA and everything, but they won't declare me as far as, what percentage or anything. How do I go about trying to fix that?
Well, the first question I have is, do you have a veteran service officer?
I did it when I was in Louisville.
Okay.
I'm in Florida now, so.
I would contact the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans, join that organization because they seem to be the best because this is all they do is VA claims. And you're going to want to get a VSO who's going to go through your record and identify things that they can service connect, and then they'll work with you to put in a VA claim. However, what I would tell you to do right now, as you're waiting to get a VSO, is to go on to va.gov, log in, and start the process of a disability claim. And you got to click a couple times, give them your information, and then at one screen it'll say, congratulations, you have started your claim, you have an intent to file in. And once you have that intent to file, what that does is, like, if you did it today, then and you waited another 6 months to get your claim in, you'll get back pay all the way to the 1st of September. It starts that clock for your back pay. So I would do those two things.
The judge that actually gave me my Social Security disability, he was actually a military judge, believe it or not. He gave that up to me, but they never declared me on, like I said, what percentage or anything, so I can't get, the extra help that I need to get. That's what I was just curious about.
Well, for disability, for VA disability, yeah, it's totally separate than Social Security disability. And honestly, Social Security disability is much harder. So
yes, I know all about that.
Yeah, for Social Security disability, you go through that whole process, but this one's separate because the VA money is actually tax-free. So, yeah, you would need to get a service officer, but you can start on va.gov. And I also recommend to many veterans to sign up for ID.me. And if you want, I can text you tomorrow, and we can go through. I can even talk you through the process if you like.
All right, that sounds great. I greatly appreciate your help, sir.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you,
y'all have a blessed day.
Oh, thank you, Sir Mitch. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Mitch. Thank you for your service.
This is what we do here. We help people.
Sorry, I'm quiet. I had to go and get myself a coffee. It was an emergency.
No, we should honestly start wrapping up the stream because we've almost been 3 hours, and that is the max that I like to go. I don't like going any further than that.
Yeah, 3 hours in it.
So
wow, it's
anything
almost 11
you boys want
p.m.
to talk about or plug before we go?
Yeah, go ahead. Go you first.
Nothing new I can think of. Just remember, this stream is copyright protected. Do not steal anything from this stream.
I don't know. I think we might get phone calls from now on. But I got to send up. I've got a soundboard here, so I'll have to hook that up, and maybe then that'll also enable you guys to be able to hear my soundboard here. We got someone else calling. Hold on. Did I pause it? Oh. Can you hear me? And you're willing to go on the air? Okay, stand by 1 quick second. Let me put you on. Okay, you're on with everyone. We can hear you.
Hey, I want to thank all of you guys for doing what you do.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And, I follow you. And I got my question is, you talked the other day about the clothing allowance.
Yeah.
I'm not service connected, but I've filed for a clothing allowance because I've got a custom-made knee brace and I do wear a back brace.
Okay.
But they keep on denying it.
Yeah, they will keep denying it until you can get that condition service connected. But it's not, if it's a knee brace, it's not going to be hard to get it service connected. All you have to do is get something in your medical record, knees, hips, back, anything with those lower extremities. Once you get those service connected, you can say, hey, this changed the way that I walk. So it caused me these problems. That makes it secondary to the service connection. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've had for the last 10 years the custom-made knee brace, and they keep on denying it every year.
Yeah,
and they're even talking about a knee replacement.
This is what the VA does. It's going to keep messing with you. They're hoping that you give up. Don't give up.
Oh, I don't. Let me tell you, they kind of hate me over there at times over Loma Linda.
Oh, that's my VA, and they hate me there too. So yeah, but you can always call me. This line I actually keep live even when we're not on the air. I might not answer it right away. I might have to text you or call you back, but you can always reach out, and I'll be willing to help you along with the process.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah, my
and
pleasure.
Thank you for you and your board tonight.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are great.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Oh, thank you. The boys say you're welcome, and thank you for the call.
You're welcome. Bye.
Out here.
Good night, fella.
My one last closing comment. Think before you post stuff online. Don't post false information online that could get you in trouble. Think before you post. This goes out to the haters, especially the ones posting under anonymous. Think before you post, because Jeremy already knows who you guys are under anonymous, so you're not hiding from anyone.
Anonymous.
So tomorrow I will actually have a guest on. Oh wait, yeah.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll have a guest on, and it's a veteran, and we're gonna be talking about a veteran cause. That will be at 9:00 Eastern, 6 Pacific. So a little bit later than what we started this tonight. But that one I can also make a call-in show. So if anyone has any questions, I can work at this, hopefully perfect it. But I'll at least be able to take your questions.
Do you want me? I've just been given candy, so I'm going to be bouncing off the walls all night. I've already got enough energy as it is. Is this my closing down type thing?
Yeah, I'm going to close this down.
Okay. Right. Okay. Got a couple of things. First of all, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If there are any veterans out there, and I'm going to say this every time I'm on here, and you're struggling and you need help, or you're a widow with children, and you need help. Widows with children, you got SAFA, and you've also got God, I forgot it again. Little soldiers. For troops, male or female, doesn't matter. You've got combat stress and you've got SAFA. Okay, and get the help there. That's one point. All right, and don't suffer alone. Talk to someone. Talk to a battle buddy or talk to a friend. The second thing is, guys, ladies and gentlemen, listen. This whole situation is getting out of hand. Yes, people have got opinions, but don't be toxic. Don't be negative. Don't attack people just because you can. Yeah, everyone's got freedom of speech. But if you can't have a constructive and a civil conversation with someone, yeah, you are going to get blocked, and yeah, you are going to be ignored. And the third part is that everyone needs to remember that there's a 5-year-old child involved in all this, and that needs to be remembered. And Bruce, I've got your balls right here. Right here. You hear this? You hear this? These are your balls. I've got them right here.
All right, folks. Opinion. I'm going to start wrapping things up here. Thank you, everyone. You can always go to Veteran Nation Foundation and buy some of our merch. Portion of that will come back to us to help veterans. If you do become a member of the YouTube stream, then you'll get a code for 5% off because you're already supporting us with your membership. So you'll be able to buy as much of our merchandise that code as you want at a lower price. So take advantage of it. And I might be on in the morning. I can't say for sure, but I will be on tomorrow. Again, 6:00 Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific time with a guest. So you'll see that. And as usual, thank you for being worth serving.